What's good, everyone? I was gonna not make a video, but I just said fuck it. I'm gonna make a live stream. I'm gonna make one. Fuck it. I'm gonna wait till a few people get in the room. Cause at first I was gonna cancel this live stream. I was like, nah, I don't want to make this shit. But then I was like, who gives a fuck, really? Who gives a fuck? Well, I gotta let you guys know who are watching my video. Please don't have any expectations from me. Don't look at me like, unless you're trying to pay me money or you're trying to give me something or help me out in some type of way, don't put no expectations because I will let you down. I just got to make that very clear. I'm not no teacher. I'm not no um spiritualist. And when I say these things, I'm not saying that I don't like teaching and spiritual. I'm just saying this as a disclaimer so I don't let anyone down because I don't that one thing I'm seeing a lot on YouTube is people have a lot of expectations for people, and then when they don't meet those expectations, the people turn to trolls and haters, and is like I just want to cut that shit off before it even starts. And so I just got to let you go. Don't have no expectation because I will let you down. And it's not deliberate. It's just I like to be myself and do me. So just watch my videos, take the information, and go along with it. Like, I don't look at nobody on this bitch as somebody that, like, if you looking at another man, I don't give a fuck how much you think they know. If you're looking at another man like he knows more than you, then you ain't no man. You a bitch. At the end of the day, you should always go. You know everything. You always have love and respect for yourself. Don't think that somebody knows more than you. Don't be like, oh, he knows more than me, or he know. Don't look at them. If you wanna, even if you wanna think like that, at least be on the basis like I have a business. And I'm gonna take my business and I'm gonna take my money and I'm gonna join this individual and I'm gonna build with him. If I see another individual I respect that has knowledge, information, I'm gonna build with that person and try to, or I'm gonna make something with that person. I'm not gonna just sit there and just fucking. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of niggas out here, they be looking and sending me emails and shit, and the way they talk is like they look at people like there's some type of uh, like idol or some shit, and they see this with these actors and celebrities and all this other shit. Like they look at people like they're idols, and don't do that shit. Don't do that. Don't have no expectations because people will let you down. Human beings ain't shit. You got to understand it. Like, and I used to think because there's people that I've met in my life that I thought were cool, but once I seen what they paid attention to in life, I looked at them like they weren't shit. So this is why I don't have no expectations for individuals anymore. I just cut that shit off. Because once you real, because like I was gonna talk about this subject in my last live stream, but I cut it off. But I'm fuck it. I'm gonna talk about it. When you see a person and they're paying attention to somebody, well, not somebody, when they're paying attention to like a video or movie or whatever, always pay attention to what another individual pays attention to. If you see another individual and they watch cat videos or they watch videos about car mechanics or whatever, there's nothing wrong with that. But look at it, be like, does this person own a veterinarian business? Does this person own a car business? Does this person have knowledge on how to build engines so he can create his own? You see what I'm saying? Like, always look at the fine print. Don't just look at what they're paying attention to, because not everybody who watches cat videos is a dumbass, because some people watch cat videos but they're veterinarians and they take care of cats and they got a cat business. So always look at the fine details, but you always want to pay attention to what another person watches. Like at this point in 2024, if any individual is on YouTube and they're not researching anything about how to become a better person, and they're watching anything else, that's a bum ass nigga right there. The only thing you should be watch. I'm not saying the only thing you should. You can watch whatever you want to watch, but for me, I judge a person on what they consume. When I see an individual, like for me, at this point, I can't even be with a female and let if she eats or if she's not a fruitarian. I can't. I'm not saying I won't fuck the bitch, but I won't have respect for her and I won't treat her with respect because for me, like a lot of you, because when I talk about this breatharian, I'm a hardcore at this whole. I'm hardcore at everything in my life. When I was an ignorant bot back in the day, and I was on some bullshit, I was hard at it. If you're a bot, be the best bot you can be. If you're a spiritualist, be the best spiritualist you could be. So I'm hardcore with my shit. This is where you see my motherfucking passion. I'm hardcore with it. If I'm gonna be a fucking like you'll see niggas be like, oh, this person, these gang members or these criminals, they hurt women and children. These gang members, they don't hurt women and children. That's a pussy. That's not a gang member or a criminal. A real criminal, they don't give a fuck. And the real criminals are the ones who are going to survive the longest. If you're going to play in the underworld, you better play in the underworld 100%. Don't sit there and try to be all dilly dally and trying to make, no, be hard at it. So I'm hardcore at everything. So when I see a bitch, right, and she's not fruitarian or she eats, I don't have no respect for them. I don't have respect. I look at them like they ain't shit. I'm not saying I won't fuck the bitch if she's bad enough, but I don't give a fuck about that bitch. Who the fuck is you? You eat. You're not no fruitarian. You ain't. I can't respect you. You see what I'm saying? So that's how I am with individuals now. Like if you're not, because like when I tell you guys like you don't have to do this or everybody's different, I just say that as a disclaimer. But in my life, I don't see everybody. If you don't think and act like me, I don't have respect for you. You ain't shit to me. So once I see a motherfucker like I seen this one dude, he was all talking to me, right? This was years ago. He was talking to me, right? He was all like trying to conversate, communicate with me, and have all this small talk. And then I seen this bitch ass nigga pull out his phone, and he's looking up some like hood vlogs or shit about fucking rappers and DJ academics. I instantly have to cut that. Like, who the fuck watches that stupid shit? Like, and I'm not hating on any of my subscribers who watch that because I know a lot of you guys do your thing, but like, I can't fuck with people like that on the basis of you guys watch my channel, so you guys have something to connect with. But when I see people, they just on some bullshit, I can't fuck with motherfuckers like that. And everybody I see in the world is they're just stupid. Like everybody that either watching some fucking dumbass cat videos, some stupid prank videos, fucking they work a 9 to 5. Like I can't connect with anybody out here. And it's like it's getting worse. Like the gates are closing where there's gonna be nobody. And I was like, fuck this goddamn world. And then even the people I think I could connect to that may have knowledge of spiritual or even breatharian, there's something wrong with these motherfuckers. So at this point, what I'm understanding is everything needs to be about money, business, and that's it. Don't think about nothing else. There's no such thing as love. I don't give a fuck if it's family. If it's family, that's conditional love. So you can love your family and you can love friends, but everything has to be conditional. And I'm being 100% honest in this world. You can't. It's not no everybody. I'm trying to make friends, and it's not like that because everyone will let you down. Understand that everyone will fucking let you down. The only time a motherfucker won't let you down is if you're building with that person and you're trying to make some money. And even then, they can let you down. But at least I would rather take that risk because in the process, we're making money. You feel me? We're making money or we're building something. So even if it fucks up, at least I wasn't wasting my time. Don't just go out here and just dilly dally with these bum ass niggas and they're not on to nothing. Anybody, if you watch my channel, anybody who works a 9 to 5 or who watches anything but spiritual knowledge and who's not trying to be a breatharian and eat healthy or live a healthy lifestyle or be fruitarian, anybody that's not doing that, don't show them any type of respect other than you trying to, unless they, like you're trying to build, make money, or they're trying to give you directions to get to the fucking store, to the mall, and you need to talk to them, or they're gonna help you with something, or you're gonna purchase something from them, or they're gonna buy some. If it's a business and communication that's gonna get you somewhere, then engage. But for friendly dibble dabble, don't do that with anybody in this world no more. And it's even getting to the point where you can't even do that with even other spiritualists because they're even most of the spiritualists and the people that you think resonate with you, they're on some bullshit. It's getting to that point. And I don't want to put it. And I'm saying this because I'm seeing shit in my reality that's showing me evidence. Like everyone, like a lot of people that I used to be cool with, like back, like there used to be people I used to be cool with that used to watch my channel, and even in my personal life. that I used to be cool with. I look at them now and I question myself, how the fuck was I even cool with these people? These people are nothing near, they're nothing like me. Fuck these stupid ass people. That's what I'm starting to understand and realize. So I'm not telling you guys to not be cool with anyone and don't be friends with anyone. I'm not saying that. I'm saying make all your dealings with people about business, about money, about obtaining what you need to get to. And if you got to step on some people to get ahead, then you may have to step on some people to get the fuck ahead. Like a lot of these bots and these sheep out here, nigga, I'll fucking backstab and step on these motherfuckers to get ahead if I need to. I don't give a fuck about them because at the end of the day, they going to hell when they die. They're gonna reincarnate. I don't want to be around them. And and don't even think about getting successful and thinking you can bring your old people with you. Because once you reach a certain plateau of, I don't want to say spiritual awakening, but that awareness, or whether it be with spiritual knowledge or money, you're gonna have to cut people that was with you when you didn't have money and weren't spiritually aware. Because if you bring them into your new territory, what they're gonna do is they're gonna, even if they're the nicest people and it's your like people that you're really, they're nice to you, they never say, you have to let them go and be respectful when, if it's people like that, but just say you can't come with me because they're, you did the work to get into a certain vibration to be able to manifest money and spiritual healing and knowledge. So if you bring them with you, they're going to bring the old energy that you used to be in with them to the new energy. And what's going to happen is they're going to tarnish that new energy, and then it's going to stop you from manifesting. This is why when you get money, you can't kick it with people who don't have money, because people who don't have money have a certain energy of lacking and a non-prosperity. So if you bring them into your new energy, it's going to fuck up your dealings, and you're going to end up, it's going to fuck with your money. So let's just say you're making money doing real estate and you closing deals. If you hire somebody to help close your deals with you, if you hire somebody to help close your deals with you, and the person's broke and has a stupid broke mentality and they never made money, then you're going to find that once they're in your space helping you, you're not going to be able to close deals because they haven't done the work to remove their karma. So this is why I'm saying this, because if you guys just watch the beginning of my video, it makes it seem like I'm coming off as cold and callous, but you have to cut people off. Like there's people that used to watch my channel and they get like, these niggas are on some bullshit. Like I look at their channels, like they're on some bullshit, and I'm like, I'm glad that, like, I'm thinking like a lot of the times the spirit, a lot of the times I was arguing with people and I got into fights and I ended friendships, that was the spirit protecting me, because these people would never be shit in life. They can't be, because they're miserable, they're depressed. I look at their channels, I look at their videos, I look at their Instagram pages and Facebook, people I know in my real life. They're living a life that I talk to you guys negatively about. All the shit I tell you not to do, they're living that life. But at one point I was cool with them and I thought it was okay. It wasn't okay. And the spirit created a situation where we got into an argument, because there would be times where I didn't even say nothing disrespectful and I was cool, and people will say, oh, you're talking shit about me, this person said it, or this is, or they'll watch a video and think I'm talking shit, and I'll be like, I didn't do nothing, and I'll try to explain myself, but in my mind I'd be like, I don't gotta explain shit. Like, this was a blessing in disguise. The spirit cut these motherfuckers out of my life because in the future they're not shit. And when I look back and I look at what's happening now, these people ain't shit. If these people were even in my life still, I would have created a situation to cut them out myself without the spirit even helping me, if it was up to right now. Because anything you do, you got to be hardcore in it. You have to be. If you're going to be a bot, be the best fucking bot you can be. You know what the best bot is? The best bot is a nigga who fucking probably is in a political office or some shit. If I'm gonna be a bot, I'd rather be that bot than be a fucking bot as a fat ass beer belly construction worker going home to some fucking raggedy nasty ass bastards snot nosed kids. Fuck that shit, nigga. I don't want that crap. Give me the fucking goddamn the fucking orgy parties, the political parties, and the controlling of mass people. I'd rather do that shit if I'm gonna be a fucking bot. You see what I'm saying? Use your brain. Whatever you do, be the hardest. If you're gonna be a criminal, you better be the most motherfucking crazy criminal. You better not be no pussy ass. Oh, we don't hurt women and children. Watch how fast somebody come and snatch your fucking ugly fat ass wife and your kids. Don't want to get too disrespectful, but see how fast your ass gonna be like, well, I tried to play it. Nah, bitch, you were playing in that. If you gotta play in the underworld, you better play 100%. If you play in any type of world, you better play 100%. If you playing fucking Call of Duty, do you sit there and be like, I'm only gonna get 10 kills, even though I can get 15? I'm gonna not kill this guy because I only gonna no, bitch. You want to get as much as you can, otherwise you're gonna fucking lose. You ain't gonna get the points. You ain't gonna get the rank. So you gotta you gotta go hard at whatever the fuck you beat. I don't give a fuck what it is. I respect the nigga. Like, no, you see niggas out here that be working these bum ass 9 to 5s, right? And then you'll see niggas like, oh, I hate 9 to 5. Fuck this shit. It's a waste of my life. But 6, 7 years later, you see the same nigga there. What are you doing to get out the 9 to 5? He ain't doing shit. But then there'll be somebody else there, and they'll be going happy and flipping the burger good, and then that person will make fun of them. And I'm like, at least he's gonna be in a better position than you because of the work ethic and the mindset that that person has. So he may still be a bot, but he may end up being a bot where he ends up fucking having his own food truck or something else of that matter. Like he ends up getting a raise before you, but you say, who cares about the raise? But you should, because you've been working there for 6 years. You haven't done shit with your fucking life. Because anytime somebody tells you to go on a spiritual path, change your diet, try to do this, get rid of these desires, save up your money from your job to do this, you don't want to do that. You have an excuse. So bitch, stay in that fucking world and be miserable, and you're gonna be the most miserable person in that world. Which you might as well, like, because since you want to be in it and you've been in it for 6, 7 years, you might as well try your best to get up out of it and and change your mindset. So you guys got to know what the fuck is going on here. Let's go with it. Somebody said humans create autos off impulse. It's a fact. 100% fact. Ain't nobody knows what the fuck is really going on in this world. A lot of people out here that you look up to and shit. A lot of these motherfuckers be fucking children in the ass. They probably killed their mother. I remember somebody told me there was a subscriber that watched me that killed that nigga killed his own mother or some shit. So I'm like, damn, I didn't know I got motherfuckers like that watching me. So I'm like, and they better not try to pin that shit on me like they did Nature Boy. Like, cause that has nothing to do with me. Like, that's some crazy nigga shit. Like, at the end of the day, like, I don't advocate any of that. I gotta let you, I don't advocate any of that. I never even said that. So they said that was somebody, he went to jail or whatever and he killed his mother. Like, I don't advocate. So like, I'm worried about, I have my eyes raised on everyone at the end of the motherfucking day. And I ain't perfect. I don't want to be fucking perfect, nigga. I don't want to be fucking perfect unless it's to my spiritual path. But as far as like things I do on my daily, I don't gotta fucking, I don't give a shit. People algorithms be a reflection of their mind. Yeah, people go on somebody's news feed. The news feed, the Instagram feed, the Facebook feed, all of these feeds is a reflection of your inner world. So when you go on, look at your feed right now. Don't change it. Don't go and unsubscribe and look at it right now. That shows you everything that's within you. The news feed is actually worse than Cartoon Network. Like, if you get the average news feed of the average retard, which is 99% of the population, they have nothing intelligence on that news feed. So that is actually worse than television. So they got you stupid ass niggas thinking that the TV was programming, but watching a nigga get his fucking brains blown out, or watching some nigga thinking that it's funny that, oh, I'm gonna stand in front of McDonald's, and when somebody comes out, I'm gonna ask them, what did you order? And how long have you been eating at McDonald's? And I just, like, some stupid prank shit or some interview on some useless retarded shit. Like, when you see shit like that, that shows you, like, when you see people who watch shit like that, that shows you the fucking mindset that these niggas are in. They're not in any true mindset. That's all they consume. So it just shows you how fucking dumb and stupid people are. That's why I'm done with this world, man. I'm sick and tired of this world. Like, cause some shit just happened to me right now, and like, I was about to fucking hurt somebody right now. I was about to hurt somebody, but I don't really want to get into it because I'm probably gonna do something to this individual. I'm gonna do, but I don't want to put anything out here. But I'm gonna end up doing something to this individual. So I'm kind of ranting right now because I'm kind of upset because I know where this person lives. Because one thing with me is like I come back like because I play dirty. I play unfair. I'm not really fair because one thing about life is that life isn't a game. When you play a game, you have to play fair. You have to play fair when you're playing a game. Understand that. Life isn't a game. So you can cheat. You can play unfair. The shadow government, the politicians, they play unfair. They cheated, and look where they're at. You see what I'm saying? So this is not a game. So you can don't let anybody think you have to prove yourself to them. You have to like niggas will say, oh, why the niggas in the hood they don't fight, they just shoot. If I fucking have a vendetta against you, why do I gotta prove to you that I can fight you? If I have a vendetta against you, I want you eliminated. So I'm gonna do that by any means, even if it means me having to get your children because I can't get to you because you got too many of your homies around you and you niggas stay strapped on the block. I just go to because you gotta leave the block. You see what I'm saying? You can't stay on the block forever. You eventually you're gonna take that dope money, you're gonna take that scam money, and you're gonna want to go to the white people neighborhood and spend it at the designer stores. And when you do that, I'll just get you there. That's how they got that fat ass FBG duck. They shot that nigga in front of the Gucci store, nigga, because they probably couldn't get him in his hood. They waited till he went to the white people neighborhood, and they got his fucking ass. Or they got his fucking. So it's like you can't play fair in this life because people. And I'm not telling you niggas to go out here and do some fuck shit. I'm not telling you niggas to go and do that. I'm saying take that example and play unfair the spiritual way. Don't don't put your energy into these niggas and always keep your eye out in what people are doing. Like always observe people from third perspective. Sometimes set up scenarios and set up situations that are like for example, just drop some money on the ground. If you're around some people that you want to question, are they cool, drop like $100 bill, and if they pick it up, then you know they ain't cool with you. And be like, I dropped the money, and did you see this money? If they lie about it, then you tell them I dropped it on purpose. Then get the fuck away from me. I'm not saying I did that specifically, but I do shit like that because you gotta always be aware of people around. Just so I say, don't have expectations on anyone. Don't even have expectations on me because I might let your ass down because I'm like I'm mentally unstable. I'm not the most stable person. I have work to do. I'm not mentally 100% stable, and I'm gonna let you guys know that, and I know that. So the fuck, if you come at me sideways, I'm gonna do something to you. I'm liable to do something to you. The fuck, like I'm not a mean person. I'm not a tough guy. I'm just somebody just trying to live my life and get what I want. And sometimes in order to get what you want, you have to be conniving. You got to do this. But if I could get what I want by being the nicest guy in the world, then I'm gonna be the nicest guy in the world. But we don't live in that world because I'm not a mean person. I'm neutral, and I do what I can do to get to where I need to get to. But I'm aware of my problems. I One thing I hate is a nigga who's not aware of their problems because like me, I'm aware of the problems I have. So me being aware of the problems I have and actively healing certain issues. We all have issues. Don't act like you niggas like, oh, 99% of people are more mentally ill than me. So when I say I'm mentally ill, know that people are more mentally ill than me. But what you guys got to understand is that everyone in this world, like we all have issues, we all have problems, and anybody who's trying to not recognize their problems, they're going to be attracted to people that have those same problems. So me, I have certain issues that I have, like we all have, and I will see people come to me with those problems. And me being a spiritual wise one, I can see in foresight their issues that they can't see. So I rebuke them and I say, get the fuck away from me because what you think, and I would tell these people, you have a problem. I can see it, and then they say they don't have a problem, but then I I can admit that I have a problem, but they can't. So people like that, those are the most dangerous people because they don't know they have a problem. So they're liable to just really do some stupid shit to get you in trouble. So you got to always recognize your issue and understand that other people have issues as well that they don't understand, that they don't recognize. And when you're around a person like that, that's very, very dangerous. A person who doesn't understand that they have issues. Like 99% of people are more mentally unstable than me. I'm not. You guys may think, oh, I'm not. I'm even though I say I'm mentally unstable. 99% of people are more mentally unstable than me. So this is why I have to fight fire with fire at times. You see what I'm saying? Because it's not like this world we live in is not what you guys think it is. Like when I look at shit like Buddhist monks, I look at I used to always kind of clown and geese on Buddhist monks and like fuck Buddhist monks, they ain't shit. They just but I actually have respect for Buddhist monks. I might actually want to go on a Buddhist monk retreat. I don't agree with the Hinduism. I don't agree with that stupid bullshit, but I agree with them getting rid of their desires and them not needing and being happy without needing. That's what I respect. That's what I respect about the Breatharian community and Buddhist community and the Qigong. Not even Qigong, because Qigong has a lot of demons in it. Qigong is not even like, I'll get into that another. Qigong is good, but Qigong by itself can amplify your demons. Because Qigong amplifies who you are already. So if you're a dickhead, Qigong will make you a better dickhead. This is why you have to do the spiritual work to cleanse and heal. Because I see a lot of people who do Qigong in the Qigong community and they're very narcissistic because the energy makes you, it's fire. It's spiritual internal fire. So it makes you more. So when you do Qigong and you're a narcissistic dickhead, it's going to make you a better one. If you're a nice person and you're into business and you're good at making money, you do Qigong, it's going to make you a better financialist, a better spiritual. You see, it makes you better at what you are. So this is why you have to heal when you're doing this spiritual work. That's why I say Qigong, fasting, yoga, meditation, all of those three. The shadow meditation is the shadow work. All of those three, because if you don't, then it's gonna you're gonna miss one. It's like you don't want to miss one of the three because it's not gonna work. It's not gonna the clockwork. Like it's like clockwork. You break one of the components of the clockwork, then it's not gonna work. So, anyways, what I was saying is that the Buddhist community, when I see these people, I respect them because they don't in the Breatharian, the Buddhist community. I respect them because they don't need shit. They don't really, even though they're stupid and they're dumb when it comes to spiritual esoteric knowledge, they're not into their desires that much, and I respect that shit. And a lot of people in this world, and it's getting worse, are into their desires, and these astrological transits and these narratives that they're passing and going to be passing is just making it worse. So when I see shit like Buddhism and all this other stuff, I have a newfound more respect for that. Even though I don't agree with their whole ideology, I don't agree with it, but I agree with the actions that they do. The actions that they do, I respect. That's why I look at it. I'll be like, I give them props for that shit because most people they're not on that level, and then they will use esoteric, spiritual, new age knowledge to give a rationalization and an excuse why you don't need to do that. Like, oh, we all need balance. We all sometimes it's okay, and God put this here on the planet. We have a digestive system to eat because that's why we have a digestive system to eat. Okay, so if somebody's attracted to fucking little kids in the ass and there's children there, is it safe to say in his reality that those children are there for him to be fucked? That's not what it's safe to say, you fucking idiot. You guys got to know what the fuck is going on. If I have a gun right here and like, does that mean I could kill somebody? No, motherfucker. Like, the gun could be used for a whole bunch of other things besides it killing someone. Even though you can, you got to know what you're talking about. Like, people don't understand. Like, don't think that just because something is here, it needs to be used. If that was the case, nigga, then a lot of more people will be dead because there's things that people've done to people, and there's things that you can use to kill people. So that should mean that we should kill those people. We should stab those people. You get what the fuck I'm saying? And excuse me if I use profanity and harsh examples and shit, because I like to get my message out so you guys get what I'm saying, because people don't get what you're saying when you speak little, so you got to get the message out. So I know there's some sensitive pussy ass bitches that don't like when I use certain words, which I don't give a fuck about you and your little, because the reason you don't like swear words and you feel offended from us, you know what you should feel offended by? You should feel offended that you got to work 8 hours a day just to pay taxes to a fucking pope. That's what you should feel offended. You should feel offended that your fucking raggedy stank ass mother wasn't shit, and that's why you a fucking retard. That's what you should feel. You simply don't sit there and try to project your feelings onto other people, and like we need to stop cussing and we need to know, nigga. Don't get offended by that, nigga. I'm a cuss. I'm gonna say whatever. That's your problem. If you feel upset that I'm cussing, that's because there's something wrong with you. You're programmed. Who taught you? Who even created the word fuck and made that a swear word? The Masons, the people who created language. So is that your God? This is why on the dollar bill it says "In God We Trust," because technically the Masons is 99% of people's gods, because they will talk shit about the Masons but then talk about Anunnaki. Bitch, where did you get the word Anunnaki from? Bitch, where'd you get the fucking this new age jargon bullshit that people be saying in Mother Gaia and Mother Earth? Nigga, I'll take a shit on fucking Mother Earth. Fucking idiot. Broke ass nigga talking about Mother Earth Gaia, and I respect the planet, but yet yo ass can't even manifest fucking $1,000. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Obviously Mother Earth ain't fucking with your ass, nigga. Cause last time I checked, a dollar bill is Mother Earth. It came from it. So that energy, Mother Earth, could create a situation where it could give you the money because it controls the money. They just tore down the tree. Fucking idiot. Nobody ever thinks about it like that. So obviously it's not what it's about. It's like fuck is a Dutch word for brie. Yes, Dutch. Those fucking filthy, smelly Dutch. Is what I'm saying. It's all of the word, every single word, because it's a language. The language was created. Not just English. This is Indian, Chinese. Every single language is the same. It's the same thing. It just sounds different. But if you actually look at like the energy behind it, it's all the same energy. Like it's all of the languages was created by a group of Mason people. That's it. That's why you go like you'll see fucking in Spanish, soul means sun. And then when people talk about the soul within the spiritual community, they always accumulate that with sun. Because that's Masonic programming. The soul that has shit to do with fucking the sun. So you see how it's a Mason pro soul. Soul, SOL in Spanish, that's sun. But why did everybody in the spiritual community always correlate your soul with, you see what I'm saying? I'm telling you, and then they'll even say soul food. Black people have a lot of soul. And then black people in the spiritual community always talk about how we're sunbeams. I ain't no fucking sunbeam. Don't call me no sunbeam. I don't fucking fuck with this sun. I will use the sun if I need to sun gaze. If I want to grow some crops on the ground, I'm gonna use that motherfucker just like it's using me. I don't know, and that's another thing. I don't know what all these people talk about. Like we're using the planet, like the planet isn't using. Like everyone always tries to make humans feel guilty. Like, oh, you use the planet and you don't give back to the planet. Whereas, like, bitch, the planet's using me as well, and I'm using the planet. If I make a mistake and my life is shit, everyone expects me to fix it and blame myself for my manifestation. And that's another thing I want to talk about. But they want to blame me for how I created that situation. But it's like, so wouldn't you say the same for planet Earth and Gaia and Mother Gaia and whatever the fuck you want to call this bitch? If there's so much war, famine, and blasphemy happening on the land, wouldn't this bitch be dealing with karma? Just like if my life was filled with war and pain and violence, I must be dealing with something that I need to fix. So it's all connected, and we're giving, just like the sun uses us, so everything is all connected. Like niggas don't understand. Like they say, oh, the sun gives you light, bitch. If it wasn't for no humans, it would be no concept of light and sun, because only a human thought and a human perception could come up with that. So it needs us to even come up with this shit. Otherwise, they'll be just shining fucking shit at inanimate objects that don't even have no life in it. So, nigga, you don't. I'm not gonna put all the energy on, nigga. You using me? It's we're working in tandem. That's how I see it. I'm not saying like what. This is my opinion. How I see it. I like to use my mind when I think. I don't just like to go off what people say. Shit is crazy. Even down to like manifesting and shit. They'll be like, "Oh, I manifested it." There ain't no such thing as manifesting. Understand that there's no such thing as manifesting. It's working hard. I don't give everything I got in my motherfucking life. I work hard for it. I found 200 motherfucking bucks on the ground years ago. Ain't nobody fucking helped me with. Ain't nobody manifested. I work fucking hard because when I every single time something good happened in my life, I was in a positive mindset and I was doing certain things behind closed doors that nobody saw but myself that I had to work for. That's why I work hard. Now the stupid ass niggas want to talk about manifestation. Ain't no such thing as manifestation. It's working hard. Because whatever the fuck you manifest, you have to work for it. And until the day where I could just say I want to have a motherfucking house and a house just comes in front of my hands at a snap of a finger, then I will say I manifested it. But if I have to go out there and I don't give a fuck if I goddamn won the damn lottery, because I have to go to the store, buy the damn ticket, then I have to obviously be doing the mental energy work to be able to attract that, which that's a lot of energy. So whatever I was doing in this life, in the past life, I was doing something to even be in a mindset to attract that. That's work. Ain't no manifestation. If that's the case, nigga, everybody should be able to manifest everything they want and have what they want. Ain't nobody that has shit. And if you want to say, because some people may say, well, you could manifest something negative, but why don't you think that? Why don't you be happy that you manifested something negative? Why is it always something positive? Why don't you just be happy at manifesting in general? You should be happy at the power of just manifesting if that's the case. That's why I'd be like, you work for everything, negative or positive. Some negative happen, you have some responsibility. Even if somebody comes and hit you upside the motherfucking head and you didn't even ask for it. At the end of the day, I'ma still beat that motherfucking nigga's ass, but after I beat that nigga's ass and I handle that, I'm gonna ask myself, what did I do to attract that? And if you're not asking yourself that and you want to put 100% of the blame elsewhere, I'm not saying let them slide, but if you don't want to ask yourself, then you're a fucking fool. Understand that you're a fool. I don't care what it is. You always have some hand of responsibility. I don't care if it's 1% of it, 2%. You have some type of like um responsibility and play at whatever's there. Understand that. Somebody said manifestation. I'm gonna drop the link if anybody wants to join. If you have any problem with what I'm saying, if you want to just debate or you agree, you even agree, that's fine. And if you come up and you don't agree with me, I'm not a person to just get disrespectful. If you don't agree with me, I like to debate and have a respectful back and forth. I will do that. I won't even get disrespectful. I don't do that because I don't mind if somebody doesn't agree with me and we can debate back and forth why you don't agree. So if anybody wants to join, feel free to join. I'm down to have a respectful debate because it's like, yeah, but it is what it is. Here's the link if anybody wants to join. Like I'll see people, they'll make fun of fucking like Nature Boy and his carbonation and how everybody was a like they were them niggas was stupid to go over there and look at Nature Boy like God. But the funny thing is they'll look at Nature Boy like God and be like, the most honorable Eligio and start throwing up all these things and then they respect him and shit. And then people are like, how the fuck do they look at him like God? But then this at the same time, you got people on here who will look at other YouTubers or other fucking Noble Drew Ali and the Grand Sheik and look at them or Muhammad or they'll even say God and then they'll have the same energy like they did for Nature Boy and they won't even have that energy to themselves. You should have that energy to your fucking self. The fuck? That's what I'm saying. But they'll go and have that energy to another person. Another person that you're aware of in the flesh. Or some God or some whatever that you never seen before. Get the fuck out of here. Have that shit for yourself before anything else. How you gonna talk shit about Nature Boy carbonation where you have a whole fucking um a whole auditorium with the seats of niggas watching Joel Osteen or going to the church every Sunday on every block. You got content creators with millions of subscribers or 100,000 subscribers or whatever, or 200. People look at them like the same way they look at him, like we got to go to them. Even when he goes to trading crypto, this person knows all the ways to trade crypto. This person knows how to make money. No, they don't know how to make money. It's the energy work behind it. You know how to, you probably could do it better than them, but you're so busy worried about what the fuck they have. They probably got shit that you don't have. You probably got shit that they don't have, I mean. Because ain't nobody can tell you how to get right. I don't give a fuck what the fuck they do. I can't even tell you how to get right. If that was the case, we'll just be able to show my video around the world and everybody get their shit right. Or get all the things that you think that if somebody heard will get right, just give them to everybody and watch the world get right. That's not gonna work. You can't cheat on a test. In this life, cheating is watching a video or reading a book and changing your life. That's cheating. You actually have to go through the work and the pain and the letdown and disappointment and overcome that. Then you're granted the life you want. You can't just read a book or listen to somebody speak information and you think you're gonna get your shit right. Even if you do exactly what they say and you do it verbatim, the energy is gonna make sure it's gonna be hard as fuck to still get what you want because you have to go through those experiences. Like I said, like this is why when I talk about these financial gurus, they say, oh, you can make $1 million, and I made $18 million trading crypto on, and he did make $18 million, but how he made $18 million is not what he's telling you. He did energy work that probably dated back to previous existences for him to even be able to accumulate the energy to be able to make $18 million trading Forex for like 5 years. There's a lot of shit that goes in it. It's not just, oh, I just started trading this. That's not what it is. It's deeper than that. This is why you got to just do what you got to do and work on self, and you will get to where you want to get to. By the time you work on self and get to where you want to get to, everybody's going to be looking at you like, oh, you're lucky, or you did this, but you're not lucky. All the time you were just working on yourself, doing you, and it just manifested something great. You see what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even think I was going to be a breatharian back in 2021. I was fasting to heal myself. Then 2023 came. I noticed I didn't even need to eat that much. I was eating like just a handful of peanuts every fucking day. And that was it. And I was like, I don't need to eat that much. And like, I even showed you guys the fucking food card I have, the stamps I have. It's like it's about to be 1,500 next in a few days, 10 days when I get my other shit. I don't spend it. I didn't think I was going to be a birthday. Now everyone's looking at me like, oh, breatharian, that's impossible. That's hard. But I'm like, I'm just doing me. I didn't even think I was, but you see how it just fruition? That's how it is. That's why you can't look at no one and gauge their success on how you're going to be successful. Anybody telling you that they're going to teach you how to make money online is a fucking, I don't want to say they're an idiot because a lot of them don't know, but they're going to mislead you. And then what you're going to tell me is, what about the people that made money from their courses? Those people didn't need to sign up for that course to make money. Or even if they did, because they learned something that they didn't know, they had the energy, because whatever that they did to make money, there's 100 people who did the same thing and they didn't make money. So it wasn't what they did, it was the energy. They were in the same energy as the person who sold the financial class, the energy of prosperity. So when he did the steps, they manifested it. Versus these other people, they weren't in their energy, so they did the same exact steps and it didn't work because they weren't in their energy. So it's all about energy. Understand that. And this is going to save you guys a lot of time wasted. I didn't waste that much time on certain things. I wasted time when it comes to like fasting and shit because I didn't think I could be a breatharian at first. But as far as like that shit, I never wasted my time on that because I knew how to get out. Like even with the crypto thing, like I made a cumulative of like $4,300 in it, and I lost, I think it was like 1857, $1,857. That's how much I lost cumulatively. So I probably made around like um close to $6,000 on crypto if you don't count the loss. And I got out because I knew the way it was. You have to have some. It's not about the strategy and you doing this right. It's not about that. A lot of these other dumbasses, they out there, they lose all this money. At least I got in and I got the fuck out. So I, at least I could have made more money, but I'm not. I need to go. This is not for me. I need to either go. It's not even about I need to go back to the drawing board. That shit wasn't for me. I could probably make more money. I can make more money than doing that, doing what I'm supposed to truly be doing, which I'm gonna just focus on that, and that's becoming a breatharian. Eventually, I'm gonna open my own wealth retreat, resort, and wellness center because we got some property up in Nigeria, and I'm gonna try to save up some money and I'm gonna turn that into a wellness center. Cause my dad got some property in Nigeria, and I'm talking to him right now on can he like let me have the property, and he says he may let me. I'm talking to him. I'm telling him about my center. So if I can show him that he'll let me have that, I'm gonna try to open my own wellness center. I'm gonna live in it too. I'm gonna live in my own well. I'm not gonna just have. I'm gonna live in it. It's gonna be a place I just live in and shit. It is going to be a resort and a wellness center. But I have to get myself to a position where I can be able to actually do that because I have to focus on doing what I got to do in terms of being a breatharian and what I need to do to get to that position. So I'm doing that. So that's my plan. What I'm trying to do, and that's gonna bring me more. And fuck the money, nigga. It's not even about that. I don't even fuck about the damn money at the end of the goddamn day. It's the principle of the fact and being fulfilled in all my mission, and that's way better than any goddamn money. Because you see a lot of these niggas out here with money. Like I look at them, I'm like, these niggas like they ain't even gonna get to enjoy their money because they're eating all this garbage. By the time they get to 60, they're gonna have all these health issues, and then they're gonna die from so-called natural causes. Get the fuck out of here. Ain't no natural cause. That's a deliberate cause, nigga. You fucking HOA to that shit. Don't sit there to act like that shit's natural. A squirrel eating fucking hot Doritos, that's not natural. But squirrels die. So, bitch, you eating hot Doritos and dying because of that because you have too much red 40 in your bloodstream, bitch, that's not natural. He's like, I feel like most of shout out to Jay Vass. Everybody go check out his channel, Speak Your Mind. Yeah. But this nigga said, I feel like most of these jobs make you lose your sense of self worth and value. Yeah, they do. That's why you gotta get in and get out. Stack your money and get the fuck out. I don't care what it is. Like if you could at least stack up 15 grand, 10 grand, take that shit, get the fuck out and have a plan. Don't just quit though, just have a plan, then quit. Actually, I would actually just quit. Other niggas on here, that's another thing. A lot of people tell you don't quit your job, and don't no quit. Why would you tell me not to quit? What are the problems with being quit? I've been to fucking Nigeria. I've been to Africa. I seen people living. If I could go to Africa and see people living homeless and bum and not living having shit, you can be homeless in America. Being homeless in America is not that fucking hard. I can understand when it gets cold, the weather. That's probably it. But besides that's the only thing I would say is hard. If you were gonna be not have shit in America in the US is the weather. But if you could get past the weather, everything else is fucking easy. It's easy. Because if I could go to Africa and see people happy, see people only spending their money like that. I remember I seen what's it called? It was a documentary, and these kids in Africa, right? They spend $3 just to pick up. They'll spend all day to pick up cans just to get like $5 to buy food. And on the comment section, everyone was like, they spend all that day just to get food. But in my mind, I'm like, bitch, you do too. You don't spend all day, but you spend depending on what you eat at that nasty ass, greasy ass fucking hole in the wall. You do too. If you buy a $40 meal for your ugly ass family, a family meal, that's fucking like damn near 3 hours of work at a bum ass minimum wage job. If you get a fucking value or a combo plate, that's $10 and you're making $10 an hour. You worked an hour for that meal. If you make $100 a day, which is probably minimum wage, $100, probably a little over $100 a day, you can't even go to a fucking Benihana's and get a fucking a steak dinner, or you can't even go to fucking what's that place called by the beach? I went to that place. fuck, I forgot the name. You can't even go there and get a fucking steak dinner because it's like $100 for a steak dinner. You can't even get that, and then you want to make fun of them because they have to spend all day to get a bowl of rice, which is the same thing here. And you're gonna say, well, why would I want to eat that, bitch? Because you know you can't eat it because you don't make no fucking money. If you were making more money, then you probably have a thought, oh, let me try this, stupid motherfucker. So you just proved my point that they ain't paying you shit. Just like in Africa, they ain't paying them shit. And that's why the prices are so cheap there because ain't nobody can afford shit. Dumbass, like people are, oh, it's so cheap in these third world countries. You can get a plate of food for $3. That's because everyone's broke there. You fucking idiot. What the fuck do you think if people can't even barely get 25 cents? How the fuck you goddamn think they're gonna be able to pay $16 for a meal like that you will pay in America? And it's easy. A bum has $5. But in these countries, just to have like 50 cents is like kind of, so it's like use your common fucking sense. It's really not cheaper, idiot. Even when you go like the place like you go like to North Korea and shit. I seen this shit right in North Korea. It's like 25 cents. It costs less than a penny to like fucking to go on the transit there. It's very cheap there. But if you go to those places, they outlaw the American dollar. So it's like the system's already set up. It's not like, oh, it's set up like that. It's the money system's fake. They create it like that. The moment people start getting a lot of money and hustling, they're gonna raise the price. You think inflation? They control this fucking shit. So it's not about trying to be like, oh, I'm gonna live here and do this and it's cheaper here. Nigga, it really ain't cheaper anywhere, to be honest. You can say it is, but it's a cost to it, and it's a, you can't have your cake and eat it. So it took a breath there in around 2020. Yeah, for real. How far are you on the path? How far are you on that path? Like, are you like really hardcore breatharian, or you just started? Yeah, like, cause a lot of people they think it's crazy. They don't think anything of it, but it's possible. Not everybody can do it. I'm not gonna sit here and sell everybody dreams. Some niggas can't do it. Some people they need to be on that demon time. So like, I'm not gonna say we all can do that. We all can't do that. So understand that. I just want to put that very clear because I don't want everyone to think, oh, I'm supposed to be no. And if you're not meant to be a breatharian, I don't know why the fuck you watching my page. Because when you watch my page, you're gonna turn into a demon talking about how, oh, that's not right. We're all supposed to, no, nigga. At the end of the day, do what you want to do. Like niggas would be like, oh, I can eat unhealthy. I want to live my life. I want to enjoy my life. I can drink this beer and alcohol. Who cares? I can enjoy my life. Okay, you're right. So if that's the case, then a nigga could get a gun and beat your grandma upside the head and take her safe because he wants to enjoy life because he's broke. You gotta look at it all. You can't just look at it your way. So yeah, you could do what you want. Yeah, you could eat all the garbage you want. But don't get upset when the government wants to come in and make you a slave and make you pay taxes because they could do what they want because they got the power. Just like you got the power to do what you want, they got the power to do what they want. And what they want to do is take over the world. So if you don't like it, change it. See what I'm saying? So people can do whatever they want. Just like a criminal who's about to come and rob you tomorrow, they can do whatever the fuck they want. I'm not saying don't defend yourself. Obviously, you want to defend yourself. They do some shit, but if they, let's just say they get over on you and get it, then they did what they wanted. Yeah, there's a lot of people trying to be a breatharian. For real. And then pretty soon you're gonna see everybody on this shit. The next few years, 10 years from now, I wouldn't be surprised if breatharianism and fruitarian is gonna be the new topic. And at that point, I won't even be talking about it. I'll be just living it and I'll be onto something that nobody else is on. That's how this world is. You'll be on something, and then once you on it, then once you onto something better, then that's when they get on it. By the time they get on it, I'll be breatharian. There'll be in the next 10 years, there'll be nothing to discuss about it because we already been there, done that. The only thing I'll be discussing is if I'm selling a course or selling a product on how to become one, and they'll be, bitch, you got the money to pay for my motherfucking services, but that's it because the information's already out. It's been out here. So what the fuck does there need to be discussed? But that's how the society is. Everybody wants to hop on the trend and talk about it and make everything trendy, which breatharianism, it probably is going to be trendy. But if it ever is trendy, it's going to be because the government done banned all the foods. Everything's hella fucking expensive, and your ass can't eat anything but some 3D printed lab meat. Then people are gonna have to like think twice. Oh, I want to be breatharian, and they're gonna try to be fruitarian. But that it's gonna be because of trauma and pain. It's not gonna be like how I'm doing it. Well, you could kind of say because I was sick and I did it, but it's gonna be because the government told them they have to. Because the government, they don't. The government doesn't want people eating meat right now. So all these other niggas they're gonna go, oh, I'm vegan because it helps the animals. Bitch, what animals? Who gives a fuck about the damn animal? The animals can't get hurt like that. It doesn't make sense. There's no global warming. There's no climate change. All that's fucking bullshit. They just want your stupid ass to stop eating meat because it takes a lot of energy and time and money to keep fucking having to kill these animals and shit. Then you got to get the money to feed these animals, not only just um like butcher them and put them in. So it takes a lot of energy, and then all the violence and the bloodshed and cut it takes. So they're trying to get everybody off this shit. Common sense. It's not like, oh, and then they want to sell it like, oh, it's you're eating healthy now, and then they'll give you some lab meat. I'd rather eat some steak than some fucking lab meat, to be honest. I'd rather eat some real fucking steak than some lab meat. That lab meat is actually worse than fucking steak. And in some cases, you're better off probably eating actual animal flesh than fucking some of that, than all of that lab meat. Because at least animal flesh, or not animal flesh, but human flesh. Because at least human flesh is natural. That lab meat is not natural. And I'm not saying I'm gonna eat it, but nigga, like, think about it. This is natural. When people almost starved to death, I remember there was this fucking camping site just up north on the way to Reno. There's this camping site, and it's like they were lost in the woods, and I guess they ate the children. The parents ate the children or some shit, and it was crazy. And I'm like, because when you get to that level, your instincts kick in. This is even with the breatharian. Like a lot of you niggas think that this shit is sweet. If didn't you watch the cartoons and all the programs where they tell you when people are hungry, they'll look at somebody like a steak dinner? Because when you put humans in a room and you're starving and you're hungry, like I've been to start the close to starvation because I've fasted since 2019, so I know how it feels to go through starvation and get there. Like if you're not in the right mindset, it will make you do some crazy shit. Like if you're not feeling pain on the upper um on the upper top of your lip, on the upper top of your roof of your mouth, you're not hungry. When you're starving, you feel pain on the upper top of the roof of your mouth, and that you have the urge to want to eat and bite down on something. So this is why people want to eat other people. They'll want to eat their kids, or when they're extreme, when you see extreme cases of starvation, people eat each other. It's because when that roof hurts, you not only have the satiation to want to eat, you want to have this. You also have the satiation to want to bite down to kind of curtail the pain. Like it's weird. You got to experience it. So then they go and they eat their children, and they don't give a fuck. They don't care. They'll eat bugs and whatever. Because you get to that state if you're not prepared. A lot of you niggas will be in that fucking state. You say you're not, but you probably will be when you're fucking starving. I'm not saying I was in it, because I wouldn't be in it, because I'm fucking breatharian right now. And breatharian is eating little or none at all. It's not just not eating. It's eating very little or none at all. That's breatharian. But some of you niggas would be in that state right now if you didn't have fucking food. That's why the government has to keep this shit stocked with food, because if they didn't, motherfuckers would be out here eating each other, and ain't nobody gonna go to work in the morning because everybody wouldn't even have hands to fucking be able to type because that shit was eaten. What's so crazy is that the foods I thought I enjoyed before I end up not liking. I find it disgusting and dangerous to eat. It kind of happened naturally. It's crazy. Yeah, but you got to keep up with it. You don't want to, because just like an addict, they get off the drugs and they relapse. There is a such thing as relapse when you're in the beginning of breatharianism. You're in the beginning stages. You don't want to relapse, so you want to stay on the path. And then as you more you stay on the path, the more you just don't even want it no more. And you're gonna be looking at it like imagine a food that you don't like right now. Like let's just say you don't like onions. Even ever since you were young, you didn't like onions. The same way you don't like your least favorite food, such as onions, is the same way you're gonna eventually not like every single food. You're gonna look at it like it's disgusting. You even go to certain restaurants and you're gonna. I remember when I ended a 20-day fast. I walked by the steakhouse, the Shirasoni Steakhouse. It was a Japanese steakhouse. Every time I used to walk by there, that shit used to smell so fucking good. I'm like, damn, that shit smell good. I want to give me some steak. I went there once, I think, and it was all right. And I stopped going there because they fucked up on the rice. But this just the steak was good, and I will walk by. I'm like, damn, this place sounds fucking good. And then when I did ended this 20-day fast, I remember I ate some bullshit and it made my stomach feel very, very nauseated because my body was so cleansed and I ate some bullshit right after. And I felt nauseated for like a day, pretty much like a day and a half. And I remember when I felt nauseated, I walked by this steakhouse and I had the feeling and the energy I had was that of smelling some dog food or some cat food or some food that humans don't eat. Because in that state, I wasn't, I wasn't human. So when I was smelling the food, I was like, ugh, it's human food. Just like you look at dog food, like, ugh, it's dog food. Like I was like, ugh, it's human food. This is what humans eat. And I had like a realization, and that right there, it made me just think like humans, we eat a bunch of bullshit. We're not even supposed to be. I don't want to say we're not supposed to because we're supposed to be doing this, but yeah. But it just made me just think and contemplate like we eat bullshit. Shit's crazy. I remember that day. This was back in. This was years ago. I remember, and ever since that day, man, I've had a realization. I even the even when I do eat something, I look at it like this is not real. Like this is fake. This is bullshit. That's why like nowadays I solely mainly consume fruits, veggies, and if I eat anything cooked, it's like cooked vegetables. Like I'll put like seasoning and a little. I put oil and seasoning and shit in it. But if it's vegetables, so I'll eat some greasy shit, but it'll be like vegetables and stuff or something or rice or some shit or like beans. If I, that's like the most unhealthiest shit I eat is like beans, rice, but it'll be like seasoned and hella greasy. But I don't eat no fucking. I do eat meat, but if I eat meat, it has to be organic. But that's what I do because most of this shit I just can't like I can't consume it. If it's in a bag or it's packaged, I can't consume it. Someone said Kundalini breathing. Wait, hold on. Yeah, Kundalini breathing provides me with real energy, not food. Vegan 616. I don't eat that much meat. Yeah, when you do these breathing exercises, it gives you energy. But like you got to do everything. You got to do the qigong. You got to do the yoga, and you got to do the fasting so you can get everything. Just you don't want to just do the breathing and then not do the yoga. The yoga is very important. Just like they're all important equally. You can't have one without the other. But all of that is that right there is food. It's gonna build your energy and over time, like this whole breatharian process, they tell you within the breatharian community, it takes the average person anywhere from 6 to 10 years to become a breatharian. This shit is not fucking overnight. So I want to just this is why I say it's not for everyone. I've been doing this shit since 2019. I didn't even know I was doing the work till like I'll say the end of 2022, 2023, the beginning of it. And so I was already up one up. And I actually was doing the work from 2016 because I used to go to the chiropractor, which was doing the same thing as yoga's doing. So actually, since 2016, I've been doing this fucking work. I just started doing yoga in 2021. I started fasting in 2019. 2021, I started doing yoga. But before 2021 and since 2016, I was going to the chiropractor on a regular basis, at least a few times a week. And at the lowest days, a few times every other month, which was around 2020 and shit, which I stopped going because I have moved. But before that, I was going. You guys, any of you guys who see my original and no fake channel, you guys know I was always talking about the chiropractor. I know there's at least a few people in this room who, because I had two other channels. I had one channel they banned, and I had another channel that was before that. And people knew I was talking about what I was. People knew that I always used to talk about chiropractor, and I used to tell everybody go to the chiropractor. That was when I was doing the whole chiropractic shit. I stopped doing that, and that right there, I was doing the spiritual work. All of that was spiritual work where I was doing, because it was doing the same thing as the yoga is doing. It's just the chiropractor is not as efficient and it costs a lot of money. That's why I don't fuck with the chiropractor, because it's not as efficient and it costs a lot of money. Yoga is free and it's more efficient because you're stretching out the muscle. The chiropractor can't stretch out the muscle. He can just move the he can not even. He's not moving shit. He's just he's um releasing the tension within the muscles by turning the vertebrae a certain way, so it releases air pockets at a high enough level to cause permanent change. That's all a chiropractor does. Yoga, you're stretching out the air pockets by yourself, and it's just cleansing it by yourself. So and it's better to stretch it out, because when you stretch it out, you're creating more. You're not only creating more room within the vertebrae, you're also allowing your muscles to feel more free. So your neck is going to be a little longer. Your muscles are going back to its original state. So you have more flexibility. Your muscles are more longer. The more calm, versus the chiropractor, it's not going to make your muscles more longer, and you're still going to feel tense. It's going to help a little tension, but it's not going to be you're not going to be able to really have flexibility. Chiropractor does not really do help with flexibility compared to yoga. Any flexibility the chiropractor has is not as good as yoga, because yoga, you're stretching out the muscle, which is going to be better. Me stretching out my muscle for 10 minutes like this, or me going to a chiropractor and he cracking my neck like that, and then when he cracks it helps a little bit, but it's not as much as. And this is free. That bitch ass nigga was charging me fucking $90 a month, and that was a deal. If because I was going to this nigga so much, because if I was going to him, because he let me go to him every day for $90 a month. He was the only client, because I was going to this nigga month after month after month. If you guys see my other YouTube channel, the first one, I always talk about the chiropractor, because I was going literally every single day, month after month. It was right next to the gym. I'll go to the gym, then go to the chiropractor month after month. So he gave me $90 a month. If I was paying the real cost, he would have charged me like $350 a month. He was charging everybody else that, but the reason he charged them, because they just went once. I was going for like, I went to him from 2016 to 2019, 3 years, every month, every day throughout the week, because it was not next to the gym. I would just go in there, and I just pay him $90 a month, and I go get as much. But so he did $90, but anybody else, he'll do $350. So like, I was going hard at this shit, and this shit was pricey. So me doing, which is better, me doing that or me just doing this and saving me $90 a month? This is why I do my yoga every day. And ever since I started my yoga, I stopped going to that nigga. Ever since I figured out my yoga, I started my yoga in 2021, and I stopped going in 2019. So from 2019 to 2021, I was not doing shit. So that's when I was focusing on my fasting. Because I started my fasting in May 2019, and that's when I was going hard at my fasting. So I kind of put that on the back burner. But then in 2021, then that's when I got some like realizations that I need to be doing yoga. I had a dream saying work on your spine, and then I woke up and I looked up spinal exercises, and I learned that you can relieve depression and anxiety and tension in the neck from stretching. So that's why I found out about yoga. But before that, I was going to the chiropractor and it was good. But I remember there was one time he fucking, well, I don't really want to get into it. It's not important, but yeah, it was good though, the chiropractor. I'm not gonna hate too much on it, because he did give me a deal. But that shit is, do yoga, don't go to the chiropractor. He said I used to not eat chicken for about 4 to 5 years. That the last 2 years I'm eating it again. Yeah, you can't be doing that. You can't be doing. I know exactly what you mean. I used to not like certain foods back in the day, and when I was on this path, I was eating them a lot more. And even certain foods I used to hate back in the day, I like now. Like me, I used to hate fucking like fruits and nuts and healthy shit. Nowadays, I like that shit more than the greasy shit. So it can also play in reverse. You also can play in reverse. You can train yourself to like good stuff. The main reason you guys like a lot of nasty shit is because you got parasites in your stomach. The parasites create sugar crave. This is why they say you have a sugar tooth or whatever. The fact that they'll say you have a you have a sweet tooth, that means something, you have something that's causing you to like something. You can get rid of it. It's not like it's normal. So that's parasites. It creates cravings for bread and sugar and all of this shit that you really don't need. And when you go on these fasts, it cleanses out your body and you shit all that out. And then you'll notice your stomach become more flat and soft. And you don't need to eat all this garbage anymore because you don't have as much parasites in your stomach because the fast cleansed it out. You can do a colon cleanse as well, but at the same time, with a colon cleanse is kind of pointless because unless you're gonna not eat throughout the whole colon cleanse. So if let's just say there's a 14-day colon cleanse, if you're not gonna eat throughout the whole duration of that colon cleanse, then a colon cleanse is good. But if you're gonna do a colon cleanse, it was good, but it's counterproductive because you just took the colon cleanse and shit it all it out, but then you go and have another meal because the average person or 99.9% of people, they eat every day, which because you need to eat or you're gonna die. So a colon cleanse is kind of counterproductive because you're getting rid of it, but you're just putting more shit in your fucking body. It doesn't make fucking sense. So, but it is good to do a colon cleanse. I'm not saying don't do it because a lot of you niggas haven't even done any type of cleanse. So a colon cleanse is better than nothing, I guess. It's better than nothing. So if you can do a colon cleanse, do that, but always look at that as a stepping stone. Don't look at that like, oh, I did a colon because I'm healthy. How are you healthy? You just put you just ate a goddamn sandwich. You just ate a fucking steak and rice, nigga. You ain't fucking healthy. Get the fuck out of here. That shit's still gonna be the same shit you cleanse is gonna be accumulating in your stomach. That's why you have to go on the fast to cleanse all that shit. But all I gotta say is, if you ain't spiritual, if you're not gonna be a breatharian and you're gonna eat, smoke, and get drunk, I advocate anybody who wants to do that to at least be on a spiritual path, because at least when you die from this planet, you will be in a better existence in your next existence. But if you're just a sheep and you're a bot, then like you kind of wasting your life. At least if you're spiritual, at least if you're spiritual, you can at least say that, oh, I'm gonna smoke, I'm gonna drink, I'm gonna eat whatever, but I'm on my spiritual path, and when I die, I already completed my mission. Me being a breatharian and being healthy, it is my spiritual path. So when I talk about this is it. Like a lot of you niggas gotta go and meditate and fucking light candles and rituals and all that to get money in abundance and to get certain shit. Me, it's just about my health. Like when I go on when I remember I went on a 20-day fast, like when I go on these high end fasts, that's when I start getting a lot of like synchronicity. I remember my mom won like $200 on a fucking lottery ticket, and then somebody sent her, it was an Instagram scam, and somebody sent her like 5 grand, and she needed help for me to like transfer it to crypto, and she paid me like 2 grand out of it. And this was when I was on a duration on one of my fasts recently. So like little things like that happen when I go on my extended fast. Things like this, they fucking happen. And not only that, but I get spiritual knowledge. So when I take care of my health, that's when everything opens up for me. So this is why I go hard at talking about health. Somebody else, it may be different, and if it's different, then it doesn't apply to you. But this is my mission. This is my spirit. I'm not these dumbass niggas who just want to be healthy for no fucking reason. I hate the human body. I don't like it. I can enjoy it. I can find peace and happiness and laughter and enjoy it. I'm not saying I can't find that, but at the end of the day, it's a demonic specimen. It's a demonic vessel, and I know that. So you always gotta understand that. Like, so I don't do this to just be healthy. I'm not trying somebody. Oh, you trying to live forever? I'm not trying to fucking live forever. Why the fuck want to live forever? You gotta worry about stubbing your toe. You gotta worry about fucking you going to the goddamn restaurant and they get your order wrong, or you gotta return a product because the lamp that you bought at Walmart, it broke. You gotta go return it. Like this little nuances like that. Like nobody thinks that. I don't want to have to go through that all the fucking time. Who the fuck wants to go through that? You gotta go shit. You gotta go find a toilet. You have an itch on your neck. You want to scratch your neck because you're itching. Like, that's an inconvenience. Why do I have to have an itch? Why do I have to feel the discomfort of having an itch and having to scratch it? Even talking and speaking. Why do I even have the urge to want to actually convey a message and talk? Why can't I just speak with my mind? Why do I even need to communicate about anything? Obviously, there's some bullshit going on where I see it gets deep when you look at it. I don't want to be a human forever. Fuck that shit, nigga. And I'm about to have to end this video. I'm at 4% right now on my phone. It's about to die. So I'll go on probably my other live stream, or I'll probably get you guys up in a minute later on tonight or something. Let me read some of these comments. Yeah, but I'm about to go right now. But yeah, peace.